Hello everyone, I hope you are well. Let's talk about Mullen. So I am here to give my daily opinion, thesis, whatever you want to call it, little argument about where we see Mullen right now. Now so far, I got a pretty good track record, not trying to talk junk, but a lot of things have been happening that I feared were going to happen with Mullen. So let's talk about everything that's going on here. So there actually has been news that has been breaking here with Mullen as of lately. Kind of old news, but updated news of the old news. First, Mullen has been delivering on this North Carolina deal with their vehicles, and there's detail up here. I'll put some pictures and whatnot up here so you can read it. I don't think anybody wants me to go over detail by detail what's going on here from shipment to delivery, but we're actually seeing the deal being placed here. And like any other good news with Mullen, the stock goes, oh well, that's nice, but I'm going to continue to fall apart here. And Mullen has come out with a financial second quarter of 2023 here, breaking down what cash they have, what they've done, increase. So Mullen has, a little bit of cash on hand from what we see. They've got contracts that are being accomplished and that are coming to being complete, where they will continue to fulfill other contracts. Now, there's obviously the Saudi deal, and I think like a lot of us, we're getting tired of talking about the Saudi deal and the whole Lawrence, situation that's been going on. I talked about that the last video, and a lot of the hype has died around Mullen as of lately. It's still in the category of meme stock. It's still being talked about. It's still being traded around quite a bit, but it is losing a little bit of its luster, which sucks. After the reverse split here, we just saw Mullen continue to fall apart. And like I said, I've seen reverse splits work. I've seen them actually do what they're supposed to do. Mullen is in a little bit of a different situation, obviously, because there is a situation to where it is needing big news. It needs news to where it attracts more than just the blue collar investor. It needs news to where it's going to attract big investment firms, and that's just not happening right now with Mullen. So when we talk about the squeeze with Mullen, that's like a whole nother thing. There's people that are investing in Mullen right now due to they like the company, they like what they're doing, the bread and butter, their flair, everything about them. But then we have the other investor here that is looking for a potential squeeze. Now, is a short squeeze out of the question with Mullen? Obviously not. That kind of stuff is never out of the doorway. Even if you don't support squeezes, I think it's very unruly and just not a very smart thing to say with how we know how things can happen in the market. The market has no rules of how, when, where, and what can happen here. So could a squeeze happen? Of course a squeeze could happen. Now, I do live in the realm of when we talk about squeezes, could Mullen go to $1 to $2.50 off of the Saudi deal actually happening, being real? Yeah, obviously that could happen. That could happen tomorrow, but right now that is not in the works. So I don't want to put false news out there. The Saudi deal, that is, I'm done talking about it until we see more. It's just, I'm not even going to put that out in the ether anymore. But what we do know is that, like I've been saying, and people have been understanding, I think, what's going on here with Mullen. And then there's people that love to tell me that I'm completely wrong, and that's okay. But, we are seeing Mullen fall apart here. Mullen's been falling apart the whole year. Mullen's had good news here and there, but it still has not been enough to dramatically push up the stock. The last time Mullen had a really big legit push was back in October of 2022, and obviously that's a while back. Right now, Mullen is not in the sector of personal cars, sleek and nice, being sold and putting movies, commercials, anything like that. Right now, they're just delivering their trucks, their vans to businesses. They're making money, they're paying the bills, they're trying to get up and go here. One thing that I did think was interesting was this little tidbit of information right here, is that the company had approximately $87 million in cash available for operations and investment at March 31st of 2003 this year. April 30th of this year, the company had approximately $116 million in cash available for operations and investment. The company has additional capital of $45 million expected to be received prior to the end of June of 2023 this year. So Mullen, it has money coming in. Like I said, it does have real deals coming in here. There are real things going on with the company. I think there's just this two-sided table right now where, maybe even three. We'll even go, like, there's the long-term investors that look at this like, okay, this is a new EV company that right now is starting with just the bread and butter of delivering to other companies that are needing delivery vehicles. And they plan to go off into making vehicles for the everyday person to be a big contender in the EV market. And then there's the person, the investor, that cares nothing about Mullen themselves. They could sell crackers. They're just here simply looking for a squeeze to make a buck and to push the stock up and get out. Okay, I hear you. That's fine. Whatever. We all do our thing. And then there's the investor here that takes all of that and goes, well, this is going to be the new Tesla for sure. And I talked about this in the past. I think that's one of the most dangerous roads because Mullen has so much competition. It's unreal. And there's so many other EV companies that are new and that are so far ahead of the game. Obviously, Tesla is in a different realm. It's not even up for debate. But Mullen is this new company that people are very interested in, that are trying to do something unique, trying to do something big, and possibly, yes, they could, and very well, most will likely, if they continue to bring in these kind of deals that they are bringing in. But it's going to take time. It's going to take a lot of time. And friends, my prediction is that Mullen will probably more than likely take more damage, and we will see Mullen fall to under $1 here if it does not see a big deal happen here. Big investors are looking for a global big deal with Mullen. They are looking for $1 billion deal. It's got plenty of these $1 million deals. They need $1 billion deal. They need something to really drive sales, drive attention, and drive revenue. Friends, with that said, I wish you all the best of luck, and I will talk to you very soon. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.